Hey everybody, welcome back to what is not my kitchen. Today I came up to Flagler Beach for a weekend getaway, and unfortunately for me, I wasn't going to do any videos. I was just going to do some cooking and spend some time with Diane. But I found out we have to do an intervention. It's needed. It's really needed here. And the only way I'm going to be able to do this, I mean, you've seen me with a few of my videos that I've had, that this one I have to have. And I was just going to pour me a little shot and bring it in here. I'm going to keep the bottle because this may be necessary. So let's get started. Diane had some chicken salad. It's labeled chicken salad. I'm not sure what it really is. If you can see that. I read the back and it has imitation cranberries. I'm not sure what imitation cranberries are. I took a bite and then I went and brushed my teeth. We're gonna go ahead and put this away where it belongs. I'm gonna show you what, Diane? That's where it belongs. Yes, it belongs in the trash. Chicken salad, you can buy it at the grocery store, but it's so easy to make. If you don't want to take the time to cook a chicken, you can get a rotisserie chicken. I'm perfectly fine with that. And that's what Diane has from the refrigerator. And I'm just going to go ahead and take it apart here and show you how to break it down and use it in a chicken salad. And while we're doing this, when did you get this, Diane?
I got that, where did we go shopping? The day they came. On Friday.
Friday, okay.
Friday.
So see?
Friday. It's a fresh rotisserie chicken.
You can, and actually if you go into the grocery stores in the evening, just before they close, or Sam Club or wherever you want to get it, they do reduce them sometimes to $3, and it's cheaper to get it from them already pre-cooked for $3 than pay $1.99 a pound. I'm taking all the skin off. We're not going to use the skin.
It's only missing 2 wings and 1 leg.
Guess she got hungry. Is that what happened?
Well.
Okay. On the way home, or actually when you got here?
Well.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Much.
I'm gonna try.
Do I have to answer that? It might intimidate me.
No, we're gonna take all the meat off here. It's actually, if you do buy it at the store, it's easier if you break it down if you're gonna use it for that while it's still warm, because you're really gonna have to tear it apart to get it off the bone when it's cold. And all the gelatin, all the fat is gelatinized in here, so you're gonna have some really greasy hands. But it's worth it in the end, because if you would have smelt what I just put to rest, it was nasty. So let me break all this chicken down. And we're not gonna, like I said, don't use the skin. It's just gonna be chewy in your salad. But don't waste any of the meat that comes off of it. And down here at the backbone, these are some really good pieces down here, so don't miss these little tenderloin pieces. They're nice and juicy. Oops. If I was at home after I broke this down, I wouldn't throw this away. I'd actually put it in a big pot of water with some vegetables and herbs and boil it and make chicken stock, because you can use that all week long too.
Can you do that in the Instapot?
It's even better in the Instapot because
there's
it's fresh.
One right there.
We'll do that for you. I'll make you some chicken stock. Will you use it this week?
Well, maybe. How long are you going to stay?
It's going to be a long weekend. Okay, so then if we're going to do that in the Instapot, I'm not going to throw away the rest of the chicken skin, because we're gonna pour a lot of flavor out of that. So let's just break down the chicken and get the main pieces out, and then we can put it in the Instapot, and these little pieces of chicken will actually come off of the bone, and you can use that in you can make pasta. I'm not gonna use that. Chicken just jumped off.
So what you're saying is you should have done this when the chicken
When it was warm, yeah, because it would have come off a lot easier. Mm-hmm. And you gotta be careful when you're digging in here, because some of these bones, if they're broken, you can cut yourself on them. So just do it kind of careful. Once you've done it a couple dozen times, you're gonna know where the meat is and you can pull it off real quick. This little wing meat. I've broken down a bunch of chickens. It's easy to do. Actually cook them from scratch, because then you'll have the chicken stock and you pull it right out. Actually, that looks like about all the meat we're gonna get off of there that's chunky enough for the chicken salad. We're gonna leave the rest in the chicken stock. I'm still finding some here.
So if you don't use it right away, can you freeze it?
The chicken meat,
Stock?
the chicken stock, yeah, I freeze it. I have like 7 quarts in my freezer all the time. At Thanksgiving, I use the turkey, all the turkey stock. I put in it, jar it up, put it in plastic, freeze it, and it lasts forever. So you have chicken stock, turkey stock, any kind of stock that you, even vegetable stock, you can make ahead of time, freeze it, or actually you can can it if you like, or liking to can. You can can it. It's shelf stable for up to a year. So I freeze mine because it's just easier to thaw out and get out real quick. Let me wash my hands and pick up my mess that I've made here. So let's see, we need a little container for, actually, you know what we're gonna do? Let's just get the Instant Pot out and put what we're gonna use in it in the inner part.
Do you use your Instant Pot every day?
I use it at least 3 times a week. I use it for rice, I use it for pork loins, I use it for chicken, soups. I literally use it at least 3 times. I've got 2 of them, a 6-quart and a 3-quart. Sometimes I'll have both of them going in the same day, depending on what I'm making.
So does it save a lot of time?
It saves a lot of time. I mean, I made pinto beans. I don't know if you've seen that video yet. I soak my pinto beans overnight, and then the next day you cook them for 4 to 6 hours, tenderize them. But in the Instant Pot, you can put them in dry and turn it on, and in 35, 40 minutes, you have your beans all done. Okay, let's cut up some of this, get it ready for the chicken salad. Do you like your chicken salad chunky or big pieces of meat or small?
I like it any way that somebody else makes it.
And that's what she always says.
Without fake cranberries.
We're not going to use fake cranberries there. We're going to use real dried cranberries that I found in your pantry along with some other stuff. We'll show you in just a little bit. There's so many things that are quick and easy to use, but if you read the ingredients on the back, if you can't say it, you probably don't want to eat it. And those are just preservatives. So instead of doing that, you can take an extra 10 minutes, actually make it from scratch, and it's going to come out so much better. And here we go. And you're going to find that this is going to taste a lot better than what we just put to rest over here in the drawer. Sorry.
To rest. I like
to rest. It's just resting.
It's just resting.
It should have been resting a long time ago. I mean, they already killed that chicken once. I don't know why they had to kill it again. That's what they did. I'm gonna leave this kind of chunky. Since it's moist, if it was real dry meat, you're gonna want to cut it a lot thinner, chop it a lot thinner. But this is still nice and moist, even though it came out cold. We didn't do it right away. And I'm probably gonna need a bigger bowl because I always make a mess. But we're gonna do it with what we got. All right. Let's see, mayonnaise. And I'm just gonna eyeball this because I've made it enough. I'll put down below in the comments exactly how much to do in the chicken salad and link it to my website. So you can also go there and get it as well.
And we could have an argument about who has the best mayonnaise.
All right, so we just had our little discussion about where I'm supposed to be looking because I'm looking at them, and Mr. Michael, my producer here, is telling me to look over at you guys more, which makes sense, but it's hard to talk to somebody when they're over there and you're over here. But I'm gonna try to do that. So we're gonna put some more mayonnaise in here.
So did we finish our discussion about mayonnaise?
Yeah, we had our discussion about mayonnaise, and I know most people don't like Miracle Whip. I grew up with Miracle Whip. My mother's maiden name is Miracle, and she used to tease everybody at school and said her father was the owner and president of the Miracle Whip company, which is really crap. But we grew up with Miracle Whip, so I like both mayonnaise and Miracle Whip. Some people swear by one or the other, so it just depends on what you grew up with, your taste, and what you like to have. So we're gonna also do some celery and break it down. This is more of a chunky. It's not gonna be real shredded, everything real thin. I like to get some texture in everything I'm eating, and this knife is too big, so let's put it down here. But you can put anything in your chicken salad. I put everything from bacon, cheese. I made it with pimento cheese. Where is that? Hold on, pimento cheese. This is another reason for the intervention. I made ham biscuits this morning. I saw pimento cheese. Well, it says pimento cheese. Happy Farms. What color is that? That's not cheese. You know what? I'm going to show you what. This is the reason I'm doing this. Where did you put? Or did I already get it out?
Right here.
Yes. Oh, that's it. This is the cheese that I'm used to using. It doesn't have to be a special brand, but if you actually look at this cheese and compare it to, can you open this up? I'm sorry, what? This, my friends, is cheese. See the nice orange and yellow? Pretty. What's that? I'm not sure. So I'm not going to throw that away because she seems attached to it and she wants to use it. So we're going to put it back in here.
No, you can throw it away.
No, that's okay.
You can go to the cheese heaven.
I feel bad for you. So we're going to use real cheese and give it some more flavor. I'm not sure. I think that orange stuff was some kind of sauce that they put in there to bring it together, which I'm not sure why they didn't just use mayonnaise like they should have. I didn't see any pimentos in there, or actually little red peppers. I didn't see that in there at all. So I'm not sure or what, but we're not going to let her eat that. Can you like celery in yours, Diane?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to meal prep for her for the week. So at least I know she ate well for 1 week after I leave. I think 3 stalks of celery is going to get in there because I like the crunch from the celery, but I also like some sweetness. So I've got some apples that I found in the bottom of the refrigerator. She actually had healthy stuff that I found. And we're going to try to use some of that too. Just get a couple of these. And you said it's okay to leave the skins on?
Yes.
You like the skin on yours? Okay. And these are sweet. You can use Granny Smith. If you like a little tang with it, get a more bitter apple. But these will work out.
Now, will those turn brown in that?
They will turn brown if you don't put lemon juice on them, but we're going to mix it into there so they'll already be coated with something. If they were going to stay out in the air, they're going to start turning brown, but we're going to put it in here and mix it, so it's going to
They'll
automatically.
be all right.
Yeah, they'll be all right because they'll already be covered with mayonnaise and the dressings in there, so they'll be safe. But yeah, if you use apples, pears, even peaches, like the peach cobbler I made the other day, I always put a little bit of lemon juice on them, and that keeps them from turning brown. They're still perfectly good to eat. They just don't have the appearance that you'd like. We're going to use all this apple because I like the sweetness that comes from the apple. We're also going to use some honey that Diane has that she told me about. It's from actually in Pennsylvania, Wild Mountain Apiary.
It's Monica. I never know how to pronounce her last name.
How do you know Monica?
I know Monica through Paula
Okay.
Dean, and she is the Vice President of Retail Operations at Paula Dean's Family Kitchen.
Okay.
And her last name is spelled Gotshall.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look this up, his website, if he has one, or contact information. I tasted it. It's amazing honey, and I think you'll like it. So I'll put that down in the links below as well, so you can look up that and maybe order some of it.
It's probably the best honey I've ever had.
It doesn't say on here if it's what kind of flowers or blooms, but I tasted it. It tastes obviously not orange honey. I'm used to the orange blossom honey down here in Florida. This one had a real sweet floral taste to it. I'm not sure what the blooms were, but I'm sure he has many kinds. I've never used it. This is something Diane's turning me on to. So I'll be checking out and see what kind of flavors he has. Paula also has a lot of her own honeys too. I've had Paula's honeys, they are delicious. I think she has 3 or 4 flavors. So I'll put a link down there for her honeys as well. Like I said, this bowl's not gonna be big enough, but we're gonna try. So we're gonna put some cheese in here, and then I'm gonna make a mess trying to mix it. And I am gonna put some of the honey in here.
Get a bigger bowl.
Yeah, where's your larger bowls? I'm not in my kitchen, so I don't know where everything's at right off the bat. I'm gonna put a heaping tablespoon of honey in here. And get all that off, delicious goodness off of there. Don't waste that. And now let's see if we can find a bigger bowl before I make a mess.
Look in the next cabinet, and there's that collapsible bowl.
Oh, actually, I think we used that last night for the soup. Yeah, there we go. That'll work a lot better. I've never seen these collapsible bowls.
They're from Pampered Chef.
Okay. We're just doing commercials for everybody today. I'm getting no monetary compensation, unfortunately.
But it's a good product. You like to tell people about it.
No, definitely. My problem is I call everything Tupperware. Any plastic bowl, any container that I use. I grew up with Tupperware, so that's what I end up calling everything. Out of here. This is gonna be a lot easier to mix. Okay, so we've got the mayonnaise, we've got the chicken, we've got the apple, we've got the celery, we have cheese. Now we need to get it a little seasoned with salt and pepper. I went out and I couldn't believe on her balcony she has fresh basil growing. I figured I'd find fake basil in the refrigerator, but no, I found real. So we're gonna take this basil off. Look it all there. Add this in there, and then I'm gonna see, do you have oregano, Diane? Dried?
Yes.
Okay. Now when you cut the basil, any fresh herbs, you don't want to sit and chop it and end up with it green on your cutting board because you're pushing all the oils out of it and it's going to actually make it bitter. So you just want to go straight down, slice it so it keeps all the flavors. There you go. Leave some of the leaves a little bigger. That's just to make it pretty. And then she showed me this wonderful secret compartment she has here in her kitchen. And we're going to look for...
It may be in the next one. The other one.
The other one? I found something in here from 1989. It's gone. It went to sleep with the chicken salad. All right. We're gonna fake it. We're gonna use Italian seasoning. I know it's gotta have some kind of oregano in there. I'm hoping. There. A little bit of salt and pepper. Get some salt, get a little pepper in here. If you have one of these boxes, I always tell everybody, get salt first. Because if you get the salt, pepper first, and then you get the salt, you have little specks of pepper in there like Diane has. And then when you put it in something, it looks like you have little bugs. So always do the salt first and the pepper. Now we're just gonna bring this all together, give it a taste, see if it needs anything else. It needs bacon. I don't have any bacon fried. I like to put bacon in mine. So actually, Mr. Michael just called up my cranberries that I talked about earlier that I forgot about. This is why I like to have my mise en place all laid out. He tells me I shouldn't. I should get it all together as I'm talking to you. And I'm old and I don't remember. So that's why he has to keep reminding me. He didn't open them for me, which would have been nice. We're gonna use some dried cranberries. I've also made this with fresh strawberries. I used probably about a quarter of a cup. Fresh strawberries are good on it. There's a recipe for that on my website. It's a strawberry chicken salad. So If you go on my website and just type in chicken salad, it'll show you a bunch of different recipes.
What about grapes? Do you put
Grape-
grapes in it?
Yeah,
sometimes?
grapes. I'll use grapes, cut them in half, especially if you have kids. You don't want a whole grape in there because they're easy to choke on. But yeah, grapes, any kind of fruit, just cut it down to the right size. So everything should be kind of close to the same size in here. The chicken's a little bit bigger in here than I usually do, but I want to get some bigger textures.
Have you ever put oranges in it?
I've never tried oranges. I'm afraid the oranges, the juice would be coming out and just make it more liquidy, and you'd have just a sloppy mess. Okay, so there is a quick and easy chicken salad. It took me, 5-10 minutes, and everything in here is fresh. You know everything that's in here. There's no preservatives in here. The only preservative even close to it is salt, and you want that for the flavor. So let me get a clean spoon, taste to make sure I got everything seasoned right. It's actually perfect. Okay, we're gonna put this in a couple different containers. You can freeze this if you want, which I don't know if she's gonna send some home with her friend Chris, but this is quick and easy chicken salad. You can add anything to it you want. Make it your own flavors, and you're good to go. I'll be back in a little bit because we're gonna work on some other things because Diane has a lot that needs help. Talk to you soon, bye-bye.